Hey guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review for Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 5, Episode 5. I didn't catch a title, so we're not going to say no title. We're just going to get straight into it like we always do. So we're starting off with Shea and her mom and her daughter. They go to an ice cream shop so they can sit down and talk. What do they talk about? I guess the daughter's first birthday party is coming up, so they talk about that and I guess the situation of the dog. So Shea has a dog. She got pregnant and obviously had a baby with Fabian, whatever. And so now that homeboy came to Miami to be with her and the baby, he didn't want the dog at the house. So I guess Shea asked the mom if she could hold the dog. The mom said she's going to hold the dog for 1 year. And now that a year's coming up, she's kind of like, okay, so you're going to need to get your dog back. So Shea already know what it is. Her man don't want the dog. So it's just like, she's not really going to talk about it right now. But the mom was like, okay, but I already told you 1 year after that, dog coming back to you. Now, if he didn't want the dog to begin with, I don't understand why she thought 1 year was going to be sufficient enough that he was going to want a dog after 1 year. I already knew it wasn't going to happen or work out the way she wanted it to. But clearly we're going to see that later. So we'll get into it when that scene comes about. So other than that, they talk about her relationship with Fable. The mom don't trust Fable because, she's just a walking red flag. Mama, you ain't wrong. We all see Fable as a walking red flag, but Shea love him. She gonna be with him even after 365 days ultimatum that she giving him. She's still gonna be with him because if you with homeboy for 10 plus years, whatever the case may be, he still ain't proposed or nothing yet. An extra 365 days ain't gonna make you leave. You still gonna be with him because if you was really 10 toes down, as they like to say, about the whole situation with marriage, you would have been left. You would have been like, all right, thank you for the baby. I love my daughter and stuff, but you ain't for me. Peace out. So you still there. So 365 days is not going to do nothing. She's still going to be with him, guys. Okay. If she leave him, I'll be shocked. But then again, she left him before and look at them now. So anywho, I don't think there's anything else in regards to that. So we're just going to move on to Ray J and his mess. So I guess he goes visit Trick at his clothing store. And he's officially back in Miami with Princess and the kids. He lets Trick know that. So he explains all he had to do to get Princess to come back down. And then that's when we have Trick trying to explain, women, they always like to communicate. And they want us men to communicate like the women communicate. That whole montage she was trying to talk about, I'm like, first off, I really think he just says things for the gag so we could get to talking because it does allow, give us discussions. But at the same time, I'm just like, Trick, do you even think or believe the stuff that you say? Because on one hand, I feel like he does. But then on the other hand, I feel like you just being dramatic for the TV show. Because I'm like, that don't even make a sense. Okay, that don't make a sense. Because communication is not a woman thing or a man thing. It's just a maturity thing. That's what I think. But let Trick tell it. Communication, healthy communication at least, is a female type of thing. Anyway, after that, they get to talking about Marlon and Joy and whatnot. And I guess Ray J saying Marlon broke the bro code, so they need to pull up on him. And I guess Trigger's just like, if he want to play that game, I could. Well, he said he could knock Flo down. Now, I know we all talk about Trick, how he is not the most pleasing person to look at physically, but at the same time, females, I guess some females be all up on his jock. Okay, maybe back in the day when he was younger and stuff, he didn't have a lot of the health issues going on. He looked like something. He looked like something. Still not my type personally, but he looked like something. I could understand why someone would be on his jock back in the day. Nowadays, I'm just like, you're just a little bit just unpleasing to look at. And but like I said, girls still be on his jock, maybe just for the fame of it all, but they be eating his rear end, which is, to me, I'm still in flabbergastion about. So I wanted to make the joke and say, I don't think Flo wants whatever, but at the same time, the girls be on his jack, surprisingly enough. So I don't personally think Florence would ever. And if Florence ever did, I'd look at her in a whole completely different light. But then again, Marlon's not the most pleasing to look at personally for me. So maybe, but all in all, Trick, you could try to knock Flo down, but she's probably gonna run and go over to Ray J, because that's when we start talking about Ray J and how Flo once tried to knock Ray J down. I guess last season when they was trying to do their sac passe, as he says, music video. So I mean, Ray J, he's not bad looking, he just got a lot going on, and his gut looks atrocious. So we gonna move on. I don't like talking about people. Okay, we move on to Amara. She's doing a promo on her social media for Dr. Wagner. Literally, that's how she says, because she's dramatic whenever she says anything. So Dr. Wagner, what type of doctor he is, I forgot, because we only saw him for 2 seconds. And then after that, she gets in the car because I guess she got something's going on with her business or social media and whatnot, promotions and stuff. So she Zoom calls or FaceTimes her manager, or her manager FaceTimes her. I don't know. But they talk about her reputation. Well, not her reputation, so to speak, Safari's reputation, because she's with Safari, she's linked with Safari, so now it's ruining her reputation and her gigs and her little social media promo stuff and all that. But so you being with Safari is ruining your reputation, not you being on a ratchet show, not ratchet reality show. So the whole bad reputation of Love and Hip Hop in general as a whole is not ruining your bookings, but being with Safari is. You being with other problematic men in the past didn't, ruin your reputation or your bookings, but being with Safari is. Okay, but we're going to try to pretend like this is real, even though she says fake. It depends. I mean, do I feel like Safari's reputation is so bad that it can ruin a booking? I personally don't think so, but I guess according to her manager, it's wrecking havoc and people don't want to work with her and whatnot because of the fact that she's with Safari and she's stressed and distress and stuff, making aggravated noises after she got off the phone with her manager. And I'm just like, well, you gotta do what's best for you. I don't know what else you want me to say, because for me, I'm just kind of like, that's kind of a stretch, but okay, we're going to go with it. We're just going to roll with it. We're going to roll with it, okay? We move on then to Ray J, Princess, and the kids. They're having a little family, intimate cookout type of thing. So Ray J and Princess go back in the house to take a shot and talk. Ray J, of course, he got some gossip, talks about the whole Marlon, Joy, Trick, and Flo on situation. Princess don't even know half of the people he's talking about. All she's thinking about, she got a poker tournament going on in Miami that she's about to, be a part of. So she's still trying to do her thing while she's in Miami. Kudos to her. And I guess Ray J trying to talk about he gonna go with Trick to pull up on Marlon and whatnot. Princess is looking at him so confused, like, why do you care so much? Like, this has nothing to do with you, and you want to act like a 20-year-old and pull up. She's like, pretty much telling him, grow up. Is he gonna grow up? Princess, listen, you've been with homeboy long enough to know his antics, especially on the TV show. You know he gonna up his antics even more. Okay, so he got to make something worthwhile for us to watch this show, even though people like me probably still would watch, even though if there was nothing going on, because we got no life. But Ray J is Ray J, okay? And while I was looking at Ray J, I know he was trying to hide his gut. It's very apparent. I understand I have a gut too, Ray J. So, I understand trying to hide the gut, especially on camera and stuff. But I don't know if it's just the camera, the angle and whatnot. But your gut is really gutting. Like when you leaned over, I understand it makes your stomach look bigger because all the gravity's pulling down against your stomach and stuff. But when you stood up straight and you try to have the towels around the gut area, but it's just like you. I wrote in my comments that he looked pregnant, guys. I'm sorry, he did. I was just very confused because I'm like, I knew he had a gut, but I didn't realize his gut was like such a like that. But like I said, it might just be the cameras. But I mean, it was apparent he was trying to hide it at the same time too. And I'm just like, Ray J, what's going on, bro? Don't be like us, okay? You had a nice physique, you know what I'm saying, and you got a whole dad bod out here, but like your dad bod is like dad bodying. Like I feel like Trick's gut is smaller than your gut, and that's a problem. That's a problem. So we move on then to Suki. She does meditation with her sister, and I feel like every season she brings a whole new family member that we don't even know about. I didn't even know she had a younger sister. I feel like this is the first time I'm seeing her, but okay. They sit down. Well, They were already sitting down, but they're talking about. They first start talking about Bobby and him being messy. What else is new? And then they go from Bobby to talking about Mama D. And I guess an interview she had a while back where she said, Suki, oh, the dark girl, the dark fat girl. And, making comments about Suki and how she is, which is nothing new. We already know how Suki is. A lot of people talk about how Suki is because she's very vulgar and herself, and people don't like it. Do I like it? I mean, to each their own. I mean, do I see anything wrong with it? I mean, not really, because, she's not the first person to do it. She's not going to be the last person to do it. So, I don't know. To me, it's just like, it is what it is. Would I do that? Hell no. Absolutely not. But if she wants to do it, hey, listen, kudos to her. And, she talking about her Casamigos song going viral and all this stuff. Maybe it is, but all I know is on my playlist. And I like the song. I'm gonna say this like probably every episode. I do like the song. It's on my playlist. I listen to it. It gets me crunk, especially in the morning on the way to work. Anyway, so she got the whole issue with Mama D because she called her fat. She missed that it did hurt her feelings, and I'm like, thank you for at least admitting like you felt some type of way about it. Understandably so, since you're talking about it. And I guess she got invited to Shea's daughter's birthday party, so she knows Mama D's probably gonna be there. But if Mama D tries to start any drama, then she gonna match her energy, so to speak. She didn't say that word for it. I'm just paraphrasing. But I'm just like, listen, it wouldn't be Love and Hip Hop if you didn't, Suki. So let's see what this drama is about in 2.5 seconds. So we then move back on to Ray J. He letting us know he ignored Princess's comments about being 20 and why he trying to start some ish and pull up and roll up on people. Once again, this is Love and Hip Hop. Are we really surprised? No. Okay. Him and Trick, they pull up to Marlon. Marlon's chilling with Snoop. So Trick said, he got that whole situation going on with Marlon that he about to talk to him about. But also come to find out is more deeper than that because Florence and Snoop's wife, they cousins. Exactly. You see that pause? The way you looked at me, the way I just looked at you back? Exactly. What does that have to do with anything? I don't know. That everybody is effing each other and related through one way or another and connected through sexual contacts one way or another? Exactly. What does that have to do with the situation at hand of Marlon and Joy? I don't know. But for fun facts, I guess Snoop's wife and Florence, they cousins. Who would have thought? I didn't know his wife was Haitian, but thank you, Snoop, for loving us, Haitian people. Who cares? Anyway, so they come to sit down with Marlon and Snoop to confront them about the Joy situation and whatnot. And Marlon said he just got her flowers and explains not really to Trick in person, but to us in confessional, like we really care because I really don't. But I'm gonna watch see what you gotta say, Marlon. So he lets us know that in his time of grief of his divorce with Florence, Joy was his co-worker, whatnot, but also a very good friend in his time of need, and she was there for him. And he got her flowers and may have not looked the best at the time, but he really appreciates her friendship and he would like for things to be better and more than what it is, but he ain't trying to, mess up stuff at the same time, even though he kind of already messed it up. Okay. And so I guess they kind of hash it out a little bit and they make amends, and Trick said he ain't as bad as Marlon because Marlon be having sex with people's sisters and bruticians. And I'm just like, what Marlon did was very effed up. But Trick, you still cheated on your wife too. And I forgot to mention in the other scene when he was talking with Ray J at the clothing store, how Marlon's trying to be with his ex-wife or soon to be current wife or whatever. I don't even know what he was trying to say in that sentence, but I just wanted to bring it up. And in this instance, I'm just like, okay, you trying to make it seem like Marlon's worse than you, but you still effed up. Like you're the reason you and Joy are not together, even though you guys are legally together. So that don't make no sense. We didn't move on to Amara. Okay, so she's getting ready for Shea's daughter's birthday party and upset because we all seen interviews this episode, I guess. She saw an interview with Safari with Mr. Chime Time. He was recently in my county of residence. And, he had a lot of things to say about a lot of places here. But my thing is, I just want to make a side note. This got nothing to do with the show. This is about Mr. Time Time. Yeah, you're going to a lot of commercial places. You're not going to the good spots we be trying to tell you to go to. You clearly, like, you went to Buds. Huh? Anyway, I just want to make that, comments. If he were to ever watch this, which I highly doubt. But if he ever was, Mr. Time Time, Buds is not it's not a place we're gonna be like, oh yeah, this is your first time in Palm Beach County. Yeah, go to Buds. I will never suggest that for you. Poppy Chulos, really? Anyway, okay, back to the show. Anyway, so he was doing an interview with Mr. Time Time, and then I guess Mr. Time Time was asking, who was the one that got away. So pretty much he was trying to let us know it was Nicki Minaj. She's the one who got away. Whose fault was that, Safari? I don't remember why they broke up, if I even found out the reason, but who cares? Who cares? She's a whole married woman with a kid now. And you were married with 2 kids. So, and a stepson. But anyway, I guess Amara was feeling some type of way about that because he mentioned his ex. Amara, please, okay? Because I'm sure you have someone that got away from you. And I don't even think it was anybody we've seen on this show. It's probably someone way before that done broke your heart or something. I don't know. But girl, please. So he comes to visit her. She confronts him. And he don't care what anybody got to say because he's like, he was just doing work. Of course, he has to be entertaining for work. And anything he does on social media isn't necessarily real. Really? Because when he said that, I'm just like, literally when he said that, the first thing I went to, I'm like, so when you hang out with your kids, is that real? I just want to know. Us people want to know, because I know I'm not the only person who thought that. But so, listen, anything you say can or will be used against you. I'm just saying. So you talking about what you post on social media is not real? It's for work. So posting your kids is for work too? Okay, let me stop being crazy. So they go back and forth, get into a little argument or disagreement or whatever, and Amara lets him know that he's messing up her bookings and he needs to do some damage control on his reputation or whatnot. Safari don't care. He lets us know pretty much he was there for a good time, not a long time. He's not trying to be tied down to nobody, and he was just trying to have fun. He gonna continue to have fun. He gonna continue to do him until the day he dies. Try to quote something from the Bible that don't even make no lick of sense. That did not come from the Bible. It came from his little vocabulary adverb. And I guess since Amara's on not the best of energy, he dips on out because he ain't dealing with no bad energy right now, even though he's a walking bad energy. But that his energy is not Amara's energy in the same way that they think. So he done dipped. We then move on to the birthday party. We get to Shea's daughter's birthday party. Okay, she said her daughter a million times, but I just don't want to butcher it, so that's why I'm just saying Shea's daughter. Okay, everybody shows up for the most part. Fabian, whatever, Fabo, he's not there. Okay, he didn't show up yet. Shea's trying to call him. He not answering. It's going straight to voicemail. So Shea and her feelings, obviously, understandably so, goes on. They present themselves. She does a speech, lets us know that, her daughter's daddy ain't here. And after that, we see, Shea talking with Mama D. I guess they had a little bit of a riffraff, but they made up. And then Suki comes in the mix to say hi to Shea. Shea introduces, Suki, Hana, and Mama D, and says that they can, have their little conversation. And it's funny that, excuse me, I don't know why I always burp whenever I do a review, but pretty much at the end, I'm going to just fast forward for just a second. She says, oh, why would you guys have this conversation here? When you knew they had a little bit of beef, right? And you told them, they could hash it out or discuss it. Whatever they got to discuss, knowing that they don't like each other. So, Shea, please, exit stage left with Fabian. Okay, so I guess they went to the bar to talk. Suki, Hana, Mama D. Does it get anywhere? Absolutely not, because it turns into an argument. And, Mama D, being the product queen that she is, I guess. I mean, it's not really a queen at this point. It's just ridiculous. She pulls out some condoms because she says, Suki, the way she be portraying herself, she need to be doing better or whatnot. So after she puts the condoms on the table for Suki that she gonna need these or whatnot, she walks away. Suki gets bugged. It goes to commercial for dramatic effect. Comes back from commercial for dramatic effect, and Mama D's still walking away, but taunting Suki at the same time. Suki's going off. Of course, security's involved, so nothing happens. Shea's mom takes Mama D to the back to talk. Mama D's saying, "Oh, she was trying to get the pimp out." What did she say? She said something. What did she say? Mama D said Suki was trying to get that pimp mentality out of retirement. Why does having an argument with someone decades younger than you making your pimp mentality come out of retirement? So you can't have an argument or disagreement with a younger female in your mentality now? That takes the whole pimp mentality out of retirement for someone decades younger than you? Mama D, no, that's not a valid reason for your pimp mentality to come out. I'm sorry. To me, it just that doesn't even make sense. That don't even make sense. Okay. But, nothing really happens with that. Shea tries to talk to Suki, but Suki's on 10, so I guess she escorts her out with the security and her little friends or whatever, so they leave. And then after that, here comes Fabian. He walks in, gets his daughter, does a speech, and, says sorry to Shea that he was late. So she's looking, a little upset, but he's like, but come outside, I got a surprise for you. They go outside. And what is it? He bought her a Tesla. What was a Tesla for? Her push gift for having a baby a whole year later. He bought her like $100,000 car. Listen, I don't think he bought it full in cash. Okay, he probably making some payments on there because, $100,000, that's a lot of money. So, she all excited. She's like, oh, he could be late or whatever. You got Suki in the background. I thought she was escorted out, but she's still there. Congratulating Shea and say she deserves it. You know what Shea deserves? A man who gonna propose to her. If that's what she want, that's what she deserves, okay? Fabian is not gonna be the person to do that for her. So instead, he just gonna get her all these expensive gifts. So hopefully she'll forget about the ring, even though she's not gonna forget about the ring, but she's still gonna stay with him anyway because of the gifts and stuff. So kind of at the end, he wins, and she's still stuck on, I'm not getting what I want. But anyway, she gonna stick beside him. That's fine. If that's what she wants, fine. But if deep down she knows she wants more and he's not giving her what she wants, then she needs to decide. Well, she should leave. But okay, listen. All right. I talk about the same thing over and over with Shea and her situation. If she's willing to stay, so be it. End the discussion. So then back inside, after that whole car situation, Mama D talks with Fabian, and says she's kind of jealous because of the fact that, when she found out that Shea was pregnant, she was hoping it would be, her granddaughter. So Fabian was at first kind of like, oh, really? But then he kind of, I guess he was in a mood or something like that. So he's just like, well, that's Scrappy. That's your son. Whatever you got going on with him, that's that. He got his own kids. He got his own situation. We got our own situation over here. So ain't not, okay, whatever. Am I really mad at it? No, not really. Because it's like, you going to come up to me telling me, like, you wish... I guess she's just trying to express that she loves Shea so much that she wished that her kids were her granddaughters or grandbabies. I get it, but she had a kid with me. You know what I'm saying? So, leave it alone. We then move on to him going back inside and talking with Shea's mom now. So, Shea's mom pretty much confronting him like, I said I would watch the dog for a year. It's about to be a year and the dog's still with me. So when you guys gonna get the dog back? So she confronts Fable about this, right? Listen, the way he said it was, maybe not the best, but at the same time, I don't want to be devil's advocate. But he kept it real. I wouldn't have said it in this way, but he kept it real. Oh, by the way, Amara, her mama and kids came, and Amara's upset that Safari walked out on her. Who cares? Anyway, so back to this scene. So that's when Fabian is just like, man, to be honest, mom, F that dog. Goes to commercial. She does a little, so it goes to commercial for dramatic effect. Comes back from commercial for dramatic effect, and we see her again. So then it doesn't really get into an argument, but they kind of go back and forth a little bit. So of course MJ, being a mama's boy, he's like, what you got going on with Shea, that's what she decides to do, that's fine. But what you're not finna do, you're not gonna, talk to my mama any type of way. I'm always gonna defend my mama or whatever. I understand that, we all want to defend our mamas. In this case, I mean, I don't think he would have done nothing, honestly. Deep down in my heart, I don't think he would have done nothing. But listen, this is MJ we're talking about, okay? So he comes to intervene. They kind of go back and forth a little bit. You got Julian holding the baby, trying to intervene. And, once again, they keep going back and forth. Like, it's not going to be nothing because there's security around. But they go back and forth. And I guess MJ gets heated a little bit. It seemed like it was going to dissipate because Fable walks away. But then MJ gets a little heated and then hits something like the table decorations. It falls and breaks. Fable tries to come back like something gonna happen. Ain't nothing happen. Okay, Shea trying to calm him down to walk away, but ain't nothing happen. Okay, we ended off with nothing happening. Okay, the only thing that happened was we got some dead table decorations on the floor, broken. That's it. That was the end of the episode. Ain't nothing to take. What do I take? Meaningless violence, meaningless confrontation, meaningless fights and arguments for nothing. The best thing that came out of this was Shea getting a push gift of a Tesla. Congratulations to her. But the car is white on the outside and the inside. So, and you got a daughter that's like 1 years old. I don't know how clean this car is gonna stay with a practically toddler kid. But that was it, guys. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Okay. If you laughed at least once, which I hope you did, I tried my hard to bring some jokes. So if you did laugh, even if you smirked or did a little, subscribe. Okay. We appreciate you. Over here, I'm saying we like I'm multiple people. I'm only one person. But subscribe. If you didn't laugh, that's cool too. It takes a little bit to warm up to my little jokey jokes. So that's okay. Come back next week. We're going to get better every week at jokes, okay? And then you could laugh then, subscribe then. That's fine. And then comment down below what you thought about this hectic episode. Be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.